Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of Power Rangers Dino Supercharged episode 16, Trick or Trial. This is a bit weird because I just said 16 because I looked it up and it's numbered 16, but then the one that's gonna happen next week is 15, production wise, because they wanted to do this one for Halloween, even though it would have been still fine to do it next week for Halloween times, because we're still early days in October. But whatever, this should be a relatively short review other than me rambling about how it's a short review because it was the Halloween special, meaning it was a clip show. It really wasn't that great. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. One thing I'll give Dino Charge / Supercharge props for is they had some pretty neat ideas, I guess, for the Halloween ones. I believe last year it was the imposter situation, and this year it was essentially the Rangers being taken to a form of court by a monster called Scumlaw to answer for their crimes of destroying monsters, which is honestly kind of a cool idea just based on not just this show, but the entire history of the series of Rangers destroying monsters and being accountable and the monster alien culture or whatever, especially when you think about stuff like SPD. I mean, obviously, this was nothing really to take that seriously. I mean, the whole thing was being orchestrated by the villains. The only neutral characters were the pumpkin judge things, which were pumpkins because Halloween, but I thought the idea, excuse me, I thought the idea was kind of interesting and could have been something actually used for an actual episode, but that's pretty much it. There's some sort of fun bits to it, just like last year's. Like I said, I think it's at least an interesting framing device, but the whole thing was basically just a clip show, just like last year's and just like the other Christmas specials. And the main reason I decided to actually do a review for this is just because I wanted to talk about, I'm not sure why they have to do the specials. I mean, I guess it's just to make more money, I guess, and it's cheap to do the clip shows. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if they're gonna do a special that takes place in the holiday times, either just make it there's numerous shows for any age that will have an episode that takes place during a specific holiday time, whether it be Thanksgiving time or Halloween time, and you just have a normal episode, but you make it clear that, hey, this is the time of year it is, and then you might add a little bit of flair to it based on that type of season vibe. Or you just make an episode that is sort of about the holiday time, like Halloween, but it's not full-on just about Halloween, if that makes any sense. It's about it, but it's also a normal episode. I don't know, it just seems kind of like a waste of time, especially right now. It seems awkward right in the middle of the endgame-ish area to stop and just do a clip show, and just the fact that every single holiday special since they've started Power Rangers back up has been a clip show just makes it kind of boring, whereas it would be cooler if the specials were actually something to look forward to and have an actual plot centered around something holiday related. Even if it was just kind of an incidental silly plot, at least they would be doing something totally original instead of just doing a clip show. Like I said, I get it saves money, then hey, why not just not do it in the first place and put that money into something else? I don't know, I just think it could have been done a lot cooler, and like I said, it makes it awkward in the episode placement, both for what's going on in the plot, because Silver just showed up and then James and Philip just suddenly showed up for it, which it was nice to see them at least get included, but it just kind of makes it awkward for what's currently going on in the series. I think last year they had I think the Halloween special quote unquote spoiled the Graphite Ranger Zord that they got first before the Pocket Zord. I think they appeared in the episode or something, if I remember right. I might be misremembering it, but and then the Christmas ones are even more awkward because, the show's over by the time Christmas is done, so I don't know. I feel like they could be doing something different with these overall. In terms of the actual episode itself, other than the fact that I liked the idea of the framing device, I did appreciate that we had a little bit of original fight footage at the end of all the 9 Rangers. It wasn't really any spectacularly awesome fight scenes. It was just kind of some generic fighting with some stupid fight dialogue, but it was at least cool to get the original footage. And that kind of just makes me think further about hey, we could actually maybe do a cool episode that wasn't just a clip show. But yeah, so overall, it was your pretty basic holiday clip show. Like I said, I mainly decided to do a review just to give my thoughts on, I think that they should do something different with the specials because it just seems kind of like a waste of time for everybody. So overall, I'd probably give it, I don't know, a 5. But anyway, until next time, make sure you have the Crazy Podcast at WritersRangeRambles.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.